friends, this is Bijou Baker. I'm Maria. We're going to get back into the swing of things. We're going to hang out. We're going to have fun, just like we always have. Allergies. I'm not applying for Bewitched. We're going to make butter. Just good, simple, homemade butter. The ingredients to butter are whipping cream, salt if you want it. You don't have to use it. I'm going to though, but that's not going to be till the end. But this is going to give me two things. It's going to give me butter and it's going to give me buttermilk. So I'm going to make a chocolate something, cupcakes or cake or something with that fresh buttermilk. A little bit different than the kind in the stores, but let's go. This is such an easy and fun thing to do. Most especially since you're in quarantine, do this with your kids. They'll get a kick out of how it turns out. Before I go on, I want to stop and I want to say hello to Miss Braylene. Her and her grandma Bernadette are home baking and cooking and spending time in the kitchen together. Braylene is a 4-year-old little cook. She's a little baker. She's just ready to get her hands in and try everything, aren't you, sweetheart? You're good. You're already starting at 4 years old? Boy, I wish you were here. We would have such fun. So thank you, Braylene and Grandma, for watching. It means a lot. I completely understand the grandma-granddaughter relationship. Intense. Well, I hope you like this one. Okay, thank you, sweetheart. Okay, I've got a quart of heavy whipping cream, and you really want to get something better than just the quality brand, you know. I mean the generic brand, only because the fat content is what's gonna be saving you. All right, and all you're gonna do is whip this. I'm gonna go fast because it's just silly to watch this thing spin, but when I need to, and it's important, I'll slow it down for you. Okay, this is where you would stop it if you wanted to make sweet whipped cream. You would have put sugar when it was wet to give it a sweet whipped cream. We're going beyond that, and we're going to make butter. Okay, you see how it's deflated, how it's gone down so much right here? That's good. It's getting rid of, it's actually separating the water from the fat, which is, it's gonna take time, but just continue. All right, scrape it down. And continue. On high. Okay, so now it looks curdled. It looks like it's bad. And at this point, the water is separating and you're going to get a lot of splatter of the milk. So just cover this and keep whipping. Now, you know how they say when you're making whipped cream, you know, you want to stop here. You don't want to turn it into butter. I don't know why they say that. I want to talk to you. I don't know why they say that, because the process between over whipping whipped cream and turning it into butter is about 20 minutes. I mean, unless you like go and take a shower, you're not going to turn it into butter. I've never understood that. That's like saying, I'm going to go for a run. It's like, oh, a marathon? It's like, no, there's a big difference between the two. So don't worry about over whipping. That's what you want to do. You want to whip the heck out of this baby. So I'm going to cover it with a cheesecloth or a towel and then just let all the liquid from spraying me because I'm getting wet. Okay, you see that milk on the bottom? It's going to seem like that's not going to happen because it takes a while. Don't worry about it. This is looking exactly the way it's supposed to look, and that milk is what we need. We need it gone. We're separating the fats from the solids, so it's on point. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. As weird as this thing looks, and I'm glad I covered it because there's just water everywhere. And it feels like butter. So when this can come off clean, you know you're done. So next step. Okay, this part here is hard. It feels like butter already, but there's still a lot of water in there. So I'm going to strain. Actually, I am going to strain it. All right, I'm going to strain the buttermilk. All right, oh my gosh, I got almost 2 cups. That's kind of cool. All right, so here on out, it's all muscle work, baby. I have a great big wooden paddle, and that's what's going to do all the work. You're going to just keep mixing it and smashing it and smashing it and smashing it. And strange enough, you're taking out some of the butter, but you're also working some of that. You're taking out some of the liquid, but you're going to be also working that liquid back into the butter, and you're just going to keep going. So rather than bore you with this, I'm just going to fast forward. I'm not going to do anything important without letting you know, okay? I'm going to remove the rest of that water because if you don't and you're doing this, you're going to splash. See? If you wanted to put this into another bowl and then continue doing it that way, you certainly can, but you really, really don't need to. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm smashing the water out of the butter. It's hard, but it's kind of cool. See that? I want to let you know that this is hard. This is really hard. Not like you can hear it hard, but it's not creamy like when you're getting ready to make cookies or something like that. It's hard because it's all fat. It's so different than store-bought butter. But I'm going to continue doing this for 5 minutes. We'll just go at that. Okay, don't let this intimidate you guys. It's really kind of cool. Your kids are not going to be able to do this part because this is firm butter, but it's beautiful. So at this point here, I'm going to add, for this, I'm going to add about 1.5 teaspoons of salt. This is also going to give me more liquid, so I'll disperse of that, but I'm not going to put that salty milk into my buttermilk. I think 1 teaspoon's good. And I'm going to continue mixing this for the rest of the 5 minutes. And you'll see more water come out. That's what salt does. Okay, from this point on, I'm going to use my hands, but I'm also going to use it to dish out. Now, I've got a scale. I'm going to do 8 ounces, and I'm only going to do 1 8 ounce because I also want to make some compound butter and, flavor that for other things. So here's what I have. I have these mini loaf pans. And so what I did was I took a pan, put a piece of wax paper on top of it, and just fitted it. Okay? Then I'm going to measure out 8 ounces. All right, but before I do that, I'm going to work this in just a little bit more, because the last thing you want is the butter to have chunks of salt in it. Seriously, this feels so weird, but cool, so cool. Man, that feels nice. All right, I'm pretty confident that that's ready. So I'm going to dish out 8 ounces. You're killing me. I turned it off. All right, well, that's not quite 6. And I'm taking it off the scale when I push, because I don't want to damage my scale. So this is going to be 1 cup of butter for whatever I want. Now, ordinarily, yes, it's only 1,000 times easier to go to the store. But during this quarantine, I've learned butter was one of the hardest things to find. And flour. All right, this is just over. Oh, perfect. All right, so we have 8 here. I'm going to wrap this later. While my hand's dirty, I'm going to make some compound butter. You know what? Let me see how much. This isn't 8 ounces. This is not 8 ounces. There's a lot of water in it still. All right, curiosity has me. I got to see what I got. All right. 5, let's say 6 ounces. So that's what we got. 1 quart will give you 2 cents. Now this is going to be good because I don't want too much of the compound, but I don't want that water. So here I've got a teaspoon of garlic, a teaspoon of rosemary, a teaspoon of thyme, a teaspoon of pepper. I'm not putting salt in here. A 1/4 of a teaspoon of cumin, and about a 1/2 teaspoon of cardamom. This is where you use whatever herbs or spices you want to flavor your butter. There's more seasonings than there is butter, so I'm not going to use the whole thing. And I'm just going to work it in. So let's say you're making a steak. This is, of course, compound butter and steak is just perfect. But let's say you want to make pasta. You boil your pasta, you put some compound butter in your pan, slosh your pasta in that, and you've got an amazingly light and flavorful topping. Topping. Don't top it. See that? That's kind of cool, right? Such fun stuff. All right. This I'm going to keep just in, you know what? I'm going to make a log. Don't mind me. All right. That's it. I'm just going to roll this up into a log. However thick you want it. That's it. That's your compound butter. Okay, seriously, this is kind of cool. You want it flat, you want it round, I don't care. Whatever, however you guys are going to use it. I think I'm going to go square. All right, this will just stay in the refrigerator until I'm ready to use it, and then just slice as I need it. This, I am going to, so I already know that this is 1 cup of butter. There you go. Well, what do you think? A cup of butter and compound butter. Not bad for a day's work. Kind of full. Cool. I'm excited to use this one. I'm cookies, cake, brownies, what? I don't know. But it's ready to go, measured and everything. Put it in the refrigerator, bring it to room temperature when I'm ready. This thing can be used on some, you can put it on toast. So many possibilities. Okay, my friends, that's how you make butter. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. Until next time, happy baking.
Ah, that was fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe.